Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a very cool auditory puzzle game called Faint. It's got a little bit of an exploratory quality as well to it, and it's a really cool game. It's one that I'm really happy I happened to stumble upon, and one I think you're going to also enjoy. But I have to say before we get started, this is one of those games that very much is tied into the concept of having you be able to directly hear the music, and I'm going to do my best to have the music up as high as possible in the mix so my voice is not completely overpowering it, but by nature of me doing one of these videos, I do need to have my voice over, over top of it to some extent. So I definitely recommend this one for best viewing sake. Go ahead and experience this on your own. It's totally free. You can just go play it in browser, and you should probably hear the music yourself because it's really good. So let's get started. Let's see how it is, and hopefully you'll enjoy this one. So I'm going to press enter now. Alright, so here we are. We are a little character in a world, an empty field with a simple door, and that's all we're presented with on the side of us. So basically the whole premise centers around being able to hear where these different objects are that break up the monotony of the world that we happen to exist within, this realm that's a little bit surreal and a little bit crazy. So when we walk, our eyes open and we start to be exposed to the elements around us, and I'm sort of not doing this on purpose. We can get a sense of the difference between the two things, but as soon as I start moving, things are going to get a little bit hectic and a little bit crazy. But when we take our time to slow down, stop, close our eyes, and concentrate, we'll discover that where the sound tends to focus auditorily is actually the focus of where we need to actually pay attention to. So basically we need to walk around and take a few moments every now and then to tune into where exactly stereophonically the mix is actually bringing this music from. So once we can start to get a sense of the 3D space in all directions around our character that the sound would be emanating from, we can actually start to make progress looking for the goals in each one of the rooms that we need to explore. So we found this tree, and we can actually sit down and concentrate by that tree, and it's going to play the theme a little bit. This is our song, this is your song, this is how you will become yourself. Listen to us, listen to them. Truth may be loud, or it may be faint. I really enjoy the artistic statement that's going into this one, whether that be from the actual literal music composition that's been created, which is very beautiful in its own right, but also the statement that the game makes that sometimes you need to take a moment and listen and really pay attention to hear what's really important. And in this case, the world is very literally, tangibly made up of things that are very important that you can't see. So you need to pay attention to your other senses. So this thing here is a little bit creepy, and when we get too near it, that happens. So a ghost seems to be summoned, and it just devours us, and that's the end of our life. There is a checkpoint between levels, though, so we don't have to worry too much. Each time we make a little bit of progress, we'll be, kicked to the beginning of that area instead of the beginning of the game every time. Not sure why that happens exactly. I mean, it seems almost to be a little counterintuitive based on what's going on around us. This seems like a very contemplative, slow-style game, but then, like, to have a one-hit kill move happen seems surprising to me. But it is also kind of bringing us to this harsh reality all of a sudden, which is a good way of jarring the player back awake when you get into sort of a hypnotized state. And also, we should just probably avoid that thing, because really nothing good can come of it. It definitely gives you a bit of that feeling of, like, I really need to watch out about some things because I can't trust everything in this game. And there's our title card again. I really like that, by the way. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the Wall Masters from Zelda that always kind of terrified the crap out of me. Like, there were these hands that would basically pull you straight out of a dungeon and bring you back at the door, and that seems to me like way worse of a fate than death in a way, because, like, okay, death you can kind of understand, but, like, why are they bringing you back to the entrance? And they don't care about what progress you made on a puzzle. So it's a weird type of thing, but sometimes having a different sort of a way to motivate the player is kind of important in certain elements. So this is a very different tune. We started out with something kind of warm and happy over here on the right, with a little, like, a bongo and some electronica, and then over on the left we've got something a little bit more chime-like. Oh, I can still hear a little bit of the bongo. I'm trying to be quiet every now and then so you can hear some of the music, but again, you should really just play this yourself, and play it with headphones. Do it the right way. You're going to need to hear the stereo positional stuff that's going on, because that really does change the way you play this game. I can't even imagine how you would do it without it. To be honest, when I was first doing a test of this game, I didn't get what I was doing at all. Because I was not wearing my headphones at the time, I was just checking this out to see, like, what's going on in this game. So yeah, don't try it that way. It's no fun that way. That theme is so good. I speak from the silence. As the light gets bent and broken, it will leave a colored trace. Through that circle you must leave. Now, I can't say that I 100% understand everything that's going on, but I'm not sure that that's even really necessary. Really, this is giving me a little bit of like a Yume Nikki vibe in that it's like a little bit haunting and a little bit menacing at times, but also strangely endearing. Also, like, that's not really a thing that you would necessarily put together, but it takes something a little bit special to transcend some genres, and I think this feels like it might actually do that to a certain degree. And even more amazing, considering how simplistic the art is. It's really quite minimalistic, and the music, I think, really comes to the forefront and makes you focus on that, which I think is the right way to go about it. So I think we've got a larger presence coming from the bottom right corner of the mix, and there's also something a little bit over to the left as well. So let's see if we can perhaps position that in some way. Let's take another listen here. Oh, I found it already. There's a clock. What do you have to say, clock? Let's go stand in your orange light. Yeah, you've got your own kind of a tinny chime version of the theme. I speak from the beginning, we may change, we may pass, but our voice is always true, and our guidance never ending. Alright, simple enough. I suppose we were speaking from the perspective of time itself in that case? I guess you could look at life in a way through that, that, you know, time's guidance is never ending in that literally as long as you're there to perceive it, it will be there to guide. Whether or not it guides you in the correct direction, I guess, is all a matter of perspective. Well, there's really only one direction when it comes to time, isn't there? Unless there's a TARDIS involved or something. See how many days I can do Doctor Who references. Oh, look at that rattling thing going on. Where's that? It's coming from the left side. Now, I've seen people make complaints, like in the comments below this, the game itself, that maybe the sound effects are a bit repetitive, because every time you walk, you hear the woo, you know, whooshing sounds, and then the sound of the character taking footsteps is a little bit overpoweringly loud at times. Consider that an opportunity to stop walking every now and then. I think that's kind of in a way by design to cause the player maybe to stop every so often to, again, take a little bit of a listen to all the music that's surrounding them. So I feel like the music's now coming from the bottom right. Am I correct? Let's stop again. Oh, we're like... I guess we're just getting it from the door then. It sounds like we're right on top of it now. But I can't open the door yet. I don't think we're ready to leave this area yet. Yeah, I can hit enter all I want. It's not going to make a difference here. Okay, I think we're still hearing the door in that point. How far over is this? Oh, this level's much larger than the other one. And also we have one of those gravestone things up above. I'm calling it that. I don't think it actually is that. It's some sort of a, almost like a Nordic rune, isn't it? Oh god, I've summoned the ghost thing. I can't do a thing about that, can I? It just chases me down, and it's way faster than me. So I can press enter to, again, begin anew on that same level, I believe. And we use the tree as our guidepost, I suppose. And that seems to be where we start things. So the lamp was there. The streetlight was there. But the clock and the bell were not. Let's have another listen. Oh. We've got a classy theme coming from the top left now. I'd like to be involved with that one quite a bit more. Oh, this might be my favorite version of it so far. The classical piano version of it. Really, really nice music. I'm probably going to go find the soundtrack. I'm pretty sure they actually have it in the links underneath the game. You can almost, like, hear the passion of the developer or the you know, the music artist that created that theme just through the way it's played. And I don't even mean necessarily the way that the fingers press the keys on the keyboard, but I mean the way it's composed. May have not even been written in a synthesizer, maybe MIDI for all I know, I can't quite tell. Usually you can tell with something like that, but MIDI's gotten... Oh, what is that? Again? I guess you really can't get too near those things. Why is that thing trying to eat me anyway? I do not understand the story of this game quite yet, but I'd be interested in figuring it out at some point. So with this brick wall down here, is this the thing we can interact with? This is interesting. Kind of a chill rhythm coming around. It seems like it's predominantly coming from the left, but I can't quite place it. Oh, did we add some kind of flute? Oh, what is this? Is it swords? What do you have to say about things? I speak from the inside. It's a sword and a shield, it looks like. Song and silence, light and darkness. Know that every fight is born from the fight that lies within. So this is the spirit of battle, I suppose. The spirit of combat. Oh, another grave thing. Oh, what are you? Is this twisty stop sign? This is so Yume Nikki to me, isn't it? That's a good thing, to be honest. I have no problems comparing things to Yume Nikki and having it be a positive observation. This is another door. We've got multiple doors this time. I'm not sure quite where I'm supposed to go here. Now, sometimes if you don't quite stop long enough, it doesn't actually register that you've gotten within range of an item that you need to inspect, as far as I can tell anyway. But I am genuinely intrigued by this game. I'm really not sure. It's like the confluence of all these different concepts together. You know, the art style, the music. I mean, I say this all the time, but I feel like this game's got the whole package deal going on. And that is something quite admirable. I definitely would want to recommend that you guys check out Faint. And in fact, I'm not really discovering too much more in terms of this map, it seems, so I might have to go back and look for those ones that I've already found and see if there's another thing I'm missing. Is it totally silent over here? Yeah, this realm has absolutely no sound in it. How strange. It's almost discomforting at that point. You get through so much of it, hearing all the different themes and different voices clashing together, and then you find a spot where there's just nothing, and it seems unsettling. Alright, so the chimes, I think, were the bell, right? The bell was somewhere up here. Well, I didn't ever see the stop sign last time, so I'm not sure. But, you know, it probably is the bell, because it sounds like a bell. It doesn't take a huge rocket scientist to figure that out. But anyway, I think I should wrap this one up. I know it's been not the longest episode, but I think this is kind of one of those experiences that's best done through your own sense of discovery. And there's not that much that I necessarily want to talk about unless it involves me finishing the game, and I don't necessarily want to do that and spoil the rest of it, because I don't know where you go from here. So I think that's the kind of thing that we would want to uncover individually, and I think that's the better way to look at it. So go check out Faint. Link's going to be in the description, like I said. Play it, let me know what you think in the comments, and even go ahead and grab the soundtrack too. I believe it is, again, in the description of the game itself, so, you know, follow the game link and then go check around underneath that one, and that should put you on the right track. So thank you everybody for watching, and as always for your continued support. This is actually Indie Impressions number 700, so we've now done 700 consecutive days of indie game coverage, so I want to thank everybody for being around for that was, and anybody that's new to the series. Thank you for climbing aboard, and I greatly value that you're here. So I think this is a pretty fitting and very cool game to have for our 700th game, and it looks like I'm now sleep bike riding, which I guess would be a pretty big problem. That's a cool theme as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go, so thank you again, and I will catch you next time. Have a lovely night.